Thank you, Mass Innovation and Progress Software, for hosting us tonight. I'd like to start with a poll and find out how many of you have tried archery at some point in your life. All right. That's our goal. Increase that number. How many of you enjoyed it? All right. Whether you tried it or not, and if you enjoyed it, we have an opportunity, if you stick with us for the next 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes, well, you have another opportunity where you can try it under the expert instruction of trained instructors. So stick with me here. The company is Full Flight Technology. The product is the Uno iPhone app, and I'm Bob Donahoe, the company founder. So regardless of when you tried archery or how long ago, most of the equipment that you might have used was probably relatively simple and not like the equipment that you'd see today. And the equipment that you see today typically includes a bow sight, and that's for modern compound bows. You see them here. Now, when you first get your new archery equipment, or if you make a change to it, you're real excited. This is a big deal. You go out and shoot it, but first you have to sight it in. You have to adjust that bow sight. And for each pin, and you see here, we've got 5 pins. There's, half an hour of time, and it may increase as you move further from the target. And you use that first pin, you shoot it 20 yards, and you can do that with maybe 5, 10 arrows. You move back to 30, you take a few more. You start to get tired, and you start to lose all that enthusiasm that you had for the approach and for your new equipment. So the goal of our app is to allow people to move quickly through that process and take 15 or 20 minutes and execute or accomplish what would have been 4 to 6 hours of time. And we do that using ballistic performance of your equipment. And we'll share some more as to how we arrive at that. But once you have the ballistic performance of the equipment, you can take a shot at a series of shots at one distance. Let's choose the easy one, 20 yards. And then with the iPhone app, you move and adjust. It'll give you the scale set of sight marks you see here. We took our 20-yard shot, we fixed the pin here in the sight, and then we adjust the 30, 40, 50, and 60 yards to match the sight marks in the phone. And again, there's some technology in the background that we'll share with you in terms of how we accomplish that. But that's the goal of the app, and to get people, once your bow is sighted in, now you can actually train in terms of form and technique to improve your shooting, which is the goal of every archer. Of course, we all want to hit the bullseye. There we are at the event that's upcoming, hopefully. And there's the iPhone app. And in this case, the first image that we saw, the pins were already aligned. The process was complete. Whereas here, we have the 20-yard pin aligned, and the second pin, yellow, and then the orange pin have to be slid into cap to match the reference sight marks that you want to use. And here also, we have a 3-pin sight, which typically there's 5 or more, and that increases the amount of time you have to spend in doing your shooting. So this is not our first product launch, but it's our first app development that we're going to do, so we're excited about that. Our first product was actually an electronic arrow tip, and that arrow tip was the first of its kind and delivered some key pieces of information that we never had before. It has built-in accelerometer, it measures arrow drag, and it measures time of flight. With that information, we know trajectory. So for the most accurate use with the app, you'd use the Velocitip data. That's the name of the system. That's our product. And our Twitter handle, by the way, is Velocitip. And you would enter that data into the app from our system to get the sight marks. If you don't have the sight marks, you can use it as well.
1 minute.
Thank you, Mike. And also achieve the same result or close to the mark, not quite as precise, but close to the mark results with comparable data that we'll have in the system stored for a wide variety of archery equipment. And this is as promised. If you want to come out and try archery, this is a Kendall Square Archery Festival block party and our Kickstarter launch for the funding to bring on an iOS developer for the app. June 4th, middle of Kendall Square, you'll all get a chance to use bows and arrows under the expert instruction of our team, including Joe Wilkin, who's over at the table there. Joe is a world-class archer and a 2012 collegiate champ. And I only have a few seconds. Our team, besides Joe, includes Jan Shalak. Jan is a PhD EE that I've worked with now since 2008, and he's located in Prague, and he's the brains behind the accelerometer technology that we have in our AeroTip. And so thank you.
Excellent.
All right, who has, if you have a question on archery technique, you want to talk to Joe. There's gotta be questions out there.
I have a question. How are you going to market with this? How are you?
There we go.
So we're going to launch it on the iPhone. And
Are you going to like work with sporting goods retailers or archery brands or anything?
we'll work with archery brands. We'll work with we can work potentially with Cabela's, Bass Pros at that level, but we haven't made the arrangement yet. We're actually looking, by the way, provided we have successful with Kickstarter, to bring on an iOS developer to bring it to life. So we're taking it one step at a time. But we've been in the industry now since 2011 and have a lot of great contacts throughout. So that'll help. Anything else? Go ahead, Mike.
So how are you focusing your Kickstarter campaign?
Good question. If we had to rely solely on the archery community, it would be a challenge, probably.
Yeah.
And so we're going to reach out to both the archery community and the technical fans of technology. And so what we've done is we have some what we think are creative ways to deliver rewards, including a necklace made out of the Velocitip. It's a pendant. We worked with a local jewelry designer out of Nashville, New Hampshire, who's very skilled at upcycling. And so we had her create a design for us. And we have some other cool stuff that ties in with general archery themes, but you don't have to be an archer to get a kick out of it.
Cool.
Excellent. All right. All right, we're going to move on. Any additional